Hey guys, how you doing here? Curtis here, Air Champ Lofts. Today is January 22nd. I'm walking by, doing my walk of love. I usually call it whenever I'm walking to my loft or to my chickens from the house. I always call it the walk of love because it's a walk of love. I'm coming to take care of the birds, coming to take care of the chickens, and what I'm going to do today is show you. I'm going past the loft here. I just want to show you my intentions for the next 6 weeks. I've started having young birds hatch out, and I've decided to convert this old barn. It's 30 times 12 or 11, I think. So I've decided to convert this old barn into a loft. So I wanted to show you it from its initial stages before we've done anything. In fact, we've done quite a lot. I have already moved a lot of old lumber and stuff. I had a lot of OSB that I found in here when I bought the place. There was like 100 sheets of OSB, some in really good condition, some in medium, some in fair, some not good at all. So we've already moved those out. Those were up there in the far corner. So I'm gonna turn this loft, this old barn, into a loft, 30 by 10, starting mid-February, and I'm trying to be able to have enough room for my young birds. You know, my young birds they've started hatching. First one hatched on the 20th January, which is 2 days ago, and so now I'm getting this ready here, and I wanted to show you the dimensions of it, show you all the dimensions of it. And then ask, what do you think I should, how do you think I should build this loft? Do you think I should, how do you think I should build it? Should I build a straight rectangle under here? I'm using this metal roof, which is in really, really good shape, and the beams are in good shape. And my plans were just to build inside of it, build a rectangle 30 by 10 inside of it. But if anybody has better ideas, share them with me, because what I've decided is not final, and I know there are a bunch of professional loft builders here, and yeah, this has to be done perhaps by the first week or second week in March. And my builder said it will take about a week to complete. I'm planning on putting grates on the floor, wooden grates on the floor, and I'm planning on this side here, along this whole long side. Of course, all of these old ply would be removed, and I'm replacing it with new ply. But I'm planning on this long side here to have an aviary all the way down. So it'll be one long aviary that goes from section to section. I'm thinking I'm gonna have 3 sections here. Let me step back a little bit here. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have 3 sections here, right? All this is gonna be upgraded, and all the old wood and stuff is gonna be removed. I'm replacing it with exterior ply, the ones with the lines in them, and really going to build this really nicely. It'll be facing this loft right here, which this is the side of my main loft, right? And once that is done, sometime in the middle of the summer, I'm going to use this space between the 2 lofts, and I'm going to build a segway where I can walk through, where I can store stuff, and where I can get into the other loft. So that would definitely mean that I may have to put a door on this side, which I didn't want to have to do, so I have to rethink that, right? I may just build a storage area here for my loft, and maybe a 5 foot long, 5 by 10 foot long or something, and then and then have another section here of loft. So this whole section here is 12 feet long. I can separate it in 6 and 6 and have a loft and a storage area, right? And then on this side of the loft is where I'll have my door. So my door is I'm going to be coming in from the side of the loft, and not from the side, and not the short side, and not the long side. Perhaps the door is going to be right there in that space, but I would more think I would want to put it up front here, right? And that's my chicken coop there. So the back of my chicken coop will be facing the back of my my pigeon coop, all separated, all separated off, and there'll be no exposure at all to, it's the best I can do right now. And yeah, so this is a loft. This is the space right here. It's 30 by 10. It's 30 by 11 or 12, but I'm just making it 10. And you guys, if you have any ideas, tell me how best I can build under that, right? I'm going to be using the same roof, the same metal roof, and I'm going to be having a wooden roof inside my pigeon coop. So I have the metal here, and I have the wooden roof inside my pigeon coop. So you guys tell me if how you think I should go with this. If you have any ideas. I really want my birds to be comfortable. I want to have a nice breeding loft. I'm not sure if 10 by 10 is big enough for that. You guys tell me if anybody here has a 10 by 10 and you think it's good enough for 15 to 18 pairs, let me know. And if it's big enough for a breeding loft, then I can have a hen section, a cock section, or I can use this as my flying loft. I can use this whole thing as my flying loft, for my young birds, or I can use most of it and have one section for hens, and then I have my cocks over there or my hens over, just let me know, because I'm really starting to think now that I can pull this off pretty effectively without needing any more space in the very near future for birds, At first I thought this loft was big enough for me. It's 20 by 10. Found out that it wasn't, so I'm going to build a 30 by 10, and I think that'll be plenty space for me for right now. I don't know if I can do any more work than I'm presently doing as far as cleaning the loft every single day all the time, so that's more work, but I'm up for it. I'm gonna make things easier by putting grates and floor grates and nest grates, so I don't have to work that hard. But you guys run some ideas by me, okay? I just want to see what you guys have in your heads, how best I can make this work with make this old barn work as a loft. I am going to start buying material, I think, sometime around the next week and a half or so. We're expecting some bad weather coming in here. Not bad, but it's going to be cold. I don't want to deal with the cold anymore. And I did have, when I bought the property, did find a lot of things that could be useful. Like these doors, for example. I plan on having a couple of sliding doors. Maybe these can work, I don't know. Or I did find a whole bunch of OSB, as you can see. So perhaps I can use some of these in the loft, maybe as a ceiling, or maybe as the back. There's probably 40 pieces here, and I think there's about 30 decent pieces. I don't know yet. If not, I'll just buy lumber. It's not a big deal. I also found these, and these are some sort of a insulation. See that right there? Some sort of an insulation. They're 4 by 8, and then they have these thick sponges right here. They have these thick sponges right here, and they're thick, and they're not soft. See, I can literally put a hole in one there. So I don't know how I can use this in the loft. If I could, if you guys have any ideas, I don't know if it will help me with heat or cold or anything like that. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. I am looking for ideas because I want to make this loft good. You know what I mean? So yeah, back at my loft right here, back at my 10 by 20. In the future, if anything happens, I come back here and I start building. I have this big space right here. I could build another 20 by 20. So I have the space here to build. I'm just moving one step at a time. And again, this is a space right here. One more time, this is a space I'm gonna build. Inside there is about 10 by 11 or 10 by 12. I'm building a 10 by 10 simply because you can buy 10-foot pieces of lumber and you won't have to cut anything. So that's what I'm doing, make everything easier without having to cut. Okay, and let me know how best I can use a 10 by 10 space. And in you guys' experience says, what's the best way to use this space. All right, talk to you soon. Wow, with that said, I like my sections kind of big. I don't like small sections. Right now I'm working with small sections in this loft. I'm working with small sections. I'm not liking that very much. This one section here is 6 by 10. The other one is 5 or 6 by 10. And then I have two smaller sections like 4 by 10. And I'm not liking that very much. I have two small sections like 4 by 6 or something, and I don't like those very much. So, or 4 by 7, I don't like those very much. So I want to be able to move around and not have any issues. So I need that kind of space, you know. So that's why I'm doing that. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. Curtis at Air Champ Lofts. Let me know how you would best use that old barn, 10 by 30, for a loft, and where you would put things. Where would the door be? Where, you know, let me know what you think, and if you have any design ideas, run them by me. I appreciate you. Peace and blessings. Happy great day to you. Curtis at Air Champ Lofts. Bye bye.